this video, I want to share about how I first meet Korea and how I attract to South Korea. So if you want to know more about that, please go to my next video. Check it out! So honestly, I met South Korea for the first time is because K-drama. Well, let's see. So at that time, I think in 2008, I just junior high school at that time, and my television program in my country airing one of the K-drama. Honestly, it's not the first time, but at that time I got some interest in that K-drama, and I still remember it's called Boys Before Flower or Boys Over Flower, and there is Kamjandi and the F4 Boys. Kamjandi, Kujunpyo. Yeah, I still remember their roles. And I also remember that I even rent the DVD because I want to watch that drama from the first to the last episode, and then I watch it with my family. I think because of that drama, K-drama itself and Korea, South Korea in general, it's really popular among teenagers in Indonesia at that time. After that, I'm not really fond of K-drama. I just know South Korea because of that K-drama, but I'm still thinking it's weird how some people like idolize other country artists or something to that extent, because my friends also buy some magazine or something and I just don't get it why. But I think at that time, the popular one is like Super Junior, Sonyaside, Girls' Generations. But yeah, I just know them. And then sometimes I heard their song, but just that's it. I don't have that much interest in South Korea. So it happened in the college at my university, because I am honestly from the suburb area and I moved to the university that is the capital city, and for sure the information is really good, and then the most important thing is the internet speed is really good. And I have my friends, and he called the bank of K-drama because he had a lot of, or maybe most of K-drama file at him. So I don't know when it started, but somehow I just enjoying K-drama so much. When the homework is really hard, the college life is hard, I looking for my healing time and how I can make my time more enjoyable. So I start watching K-drama and I love it. So honestly, I'm not really sure if it's South Korea or Korea itself ever mentioned in my elementary school, junior high school, or high school, senior high school years, because at that time I think there is education about World War, but it's not that deep. We just know about like Soviet Russia and then United States. And there is Japan, because Indonesia is colonized by Japan at that time when Japan defeated, so we got our independence. So that's why more than South Korea, I think Japan is more on the book. But for sure, when I'm in the university, because my major is international relations, so I study deeply about World War. So I know there is Korean War, there is like North Korea and South Korea, and also I know that there is ASEAN Plus 3, which is the South Korea also come there. And I have special interest in South Korea, so that's why my thesis is about the cooperations and conflict between South Korea and Japan. But mostly I read on the literature on South Korea scholars. yes, I became exchange student in South Korea at 2016, and honestly that was one of the best experience in my life because at that time the professor is really kind to me, and like he always encouraged us to actively participate in class, ask the question, and also answer the question that he gave. When I answered wrong, he's not blame me, and when I got a good answer, and he really praised me. And when the first appreciation comes to me, I feel really good. So that's why I started to study the material before classes so I can ask his questions. That's really, I'm not that kind of person. I just like silent people in my country, but yeah, it's changed me. So that's why I want to pursue my master degree study in South Korea right now. No, right now I really love almost all about South Korea. Like I love K-drama. That's my first encounter with South Korea. I really like the acting of the actor and the actress. I love the script, the story plot, even the cinematography. It's really cool. Yeah, in some drama, like in the good drama. So I really appreciate that. And I love K-pop. So I listen to South Korean music really often. Even my playlist, I think most of it is like Korean songs. And I even have bias in one of Parker in South Korea. So yeah, I love K-pop also. And also, I love Korean food. Kimchi jjigae, like I eat it almost every day, I think. Chicken is really good. The Yangnam chicken. Also tteokbokki, ramen, tampon. It's really 맛있어요. It's really delicious. So I love Korean food. And also I love Korean culture such as like hanbok, pansori. I even like the architecture of some like palace, temple, because I think it's really cool. The architecture. I should choose 3 things that make me attracted to South Korea. Wow, I think that's really hard questions. So if I need to choose, I think the first one is Korean entertainment. So whether it's drama, music, dance or something, Korean entertainment, I think it's really good. The quality is good. And then the second one is Korean discipline and clean habit. Because I really feel safe in South Korea, because if you went to the cafe, you just, put your bag or maybe food in the table when you go to the restroom, and there is no one who touch it. And they also really disciplined about the coronavirus 사회적 거리두기, like social distancing rules and other things. I think because of the discipline habits, the South Korea can overcome coronavirus relatively easily than the other countries. And also clean. When you go to the park or public facility, it's very clean. And the third one is Korean culture, because I think one of the best things about South Korea is the culture itself. Whether it's traditional clothes, traditional music, dancing, traditional architecture, it's very cool, it's detailed, and also the color is really good. 오방색. So I think it's really have the unique feeling and get my attention. So that's all my story, how I first met Korea and what makes me attracted to South Korea. I hope you enjoyed the video. So see you next time. Bye bye.